Well, we look through this France vs Fiji match, and all I'm thinking when I'm looking at the squad, these two teams, is France are weak, Fiji is strong. I think this Fijian squad are going for the wins coming up to this World Cup, and this is France's B team by a lot. There's no way you're not calling this France's B team because there's no one in there, barely anyone I actually recognise, and to go with that, barely anyone that plays in the usual 15. And then we've got the Fijian side who have gone in with form and are a really strong side at the moment. So we'll look at the French side at the moment to start off with. Redi Wardi, Piotto Malvaka, and Ueni Antonio. And I think Ueni Antonio is the most experienced on that in that front row. It's inexperienced. Nothing. Definitely not their starting one. Maybe Ueni Antonio would creep in there, but no one else. Florian Verhaeghe at lock for France, and then Paul Williams at lock, at number 5 lock. So I've gone with a very inexperienced squad. Most Northern Hemisphere teams have done that, which I'm interested about. But, I mean, a lot of those Northern Hemisphere teams have got injuries. I mean, the Southern Hemisphere have, but I reckon more have been from the Northern Hemisphere. Then we have for blindside flanker Francis Clark. He plays a little bit. Dylan Cretan, open side, and Gregory Aldrett, again, not their starting 8, not their starting back row. I just don't see. I reckon Fiji can give them a fright. I think Fiji are actually a really strong team at the moment. And if they can give them a fright, I'm telling you now that they are definitely going to give other teams like, who are in their pool? I'm pretty sure Wales and Australia are in their pool. But Wales and Australia, they could give them a fright all day. If they can give this team a fright, I see the Wales team as good as this team. And maybe even the Australian team too. And really, this Fijian team could really get through. And that'd be pretty crazy, but getting through would be pretty cool. And Fiji will be out of their minds excited for what's to come in the future. Then we have halfback Maxime Lusu, and then first 5, Antoine Hastoy, left wing Yoram Mofana, and player that does play for France more than less, Jonathan Dante. He's an up-and-coming player. I think he'll be a decent player coming to the World Cup. They'll be wanting to play him quite a lot because he is quite young. Won't be on the line of getting injured, I don't think. Then we've got Arthur Vincent, Louis Biari, and Melvin Jaminet, and nothing I see happening for that team. Pierre Bulgarit, again, not much of this. I mean, a few players in the bench like Thibaud Flamand and Jalibert will be in the French side, probably starting. But this is pretty much just for selections, seeing who is the best out of those lower ranks, who can come off if they're in the lower matches, like Fiji and quite more teams like Romania and maybe Namibia, those sort of teams, though, because I don't want to be playing those big teams every match. We have Baptiste Gross, Thomas Leclerc, Bastien Chalaru, and Sekou Makalu, and Baptiste Serin, of the players I haven't mentioned in the subs. But now we go to Fiji, and it's a much stronger side, I reckon. Aroni Maui, Tavita Ikanevu, Misaki Doge, those are the front row, and that's a strong front row. I reckon it can overpower the other one. Maybe Antonio will be able to muscle out Aroni Maui, but man, it will be a good contest. Asoa Nasilasi Sila, number 4 lock, he's a decent player too, who can really put pressure. Te Ahiwaru Sidiki Davita, that lock too is decent. I think maybe not as good as that French side. I think the tight 5 are decent though, and they can bring that real difference. And because Fiji have a different style of play, and it's France, I don't think will be collecting that style of play with the games they've played so far. And it'll be interesting how they take it, this physical nature. And I know why they haven't gone with their top team, France, because Fiji are so physical. And if they're putting their best players on the line, I think even putting Jellybird on the line would be really, because Intermac, if he gets Intermac's injured, so if Jellybird gets injured, then maybe it's all over. Like, who else do they have at first 5 or fullback? Like, it's nothing really got. And then we got Meli Diranalaga, Levani Botia, Viliami Mata, and those back 3 are really physical. That's pretty much what the Fijian side brings. Then we got halfback Frank Lamani, big player for them. Caleb Muntz at first 5. Vinaya Habosi at left wing, and Simi Rajaraja, watch out for him in midfield. Then we got Yusuf Sifo Masi in centre, and then we got Joshua Tuisova right wing. He's a quick player, can really make things happen. Sorelli Makali Kala at fullback, and then we've got Sam Matavesi, Penny Raval Koki Kalu, Tagi Mayana Vanua, Tuisu Kuluvoli, Waini Kolo, and Rao Sisi. So they'll be trying out these players on the bench, and I think it'll be a really close game. I think France maybe can take it out. It'll be close. I don't see it. I see it as a physical game, and that's where France will be pushed to the limits. And we always knew it was going to be they were going to be pushed to the limits with injuries, but we didn't think Intermac was going to get injured, which really puts pressure on those first 5s to really have that depth and not get injured. So I'm expecting France to put on a show against Fiji. Fiji really push them. I have no idea who's going to win. It'll be a close match, as France do not have the A-team on at all. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe and share your opinions on who you think will win in the comments.